Scorpio, welcome to your 2025 tarot reading by Astrology House. And so the way this is structured is exactly how it sounds. I'm going to go through each of the 12 houses here and do kind of a mini read on each one. And then at the end, we'll do it like an overall reading here. So I'm starting with the first house. I'm getting the major theme in your first house. It's your person. It's your physical person. This is how people perceive you. It's also known as your ascendant sign. For you, this is the sign of Scorpio. And what I'm getting right away, Page of Cups, Tower, Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and these are kind of those early stage, new beginnings. Might even have some conversations here around changes that are taking place. That Tower moment showing up right in the middle indicates to me that you're going through some sort of major transformation right now. I'm getting a lot of in the beginning of the year that you're going to be going through this more so than towards the end of the year. By the end of the year, I can feel you really finding your inner balance, maintaining that inner balance, and it just seems to be more turbulent in the first 3 months of the year of 2025. And so when I'm pointing, because you can't see it, I have cards with all the houses and then I have all the signs. So I know what signs relate to what houses for you. But because there's 12 houses and there's 12 months, I've been getting a lot of numbers showing up from a timing perspective. I'll have all of a sudden a number just kind of draw my attention and then I know that it's a time. So you might find this reading has more time elements to it as well. So what I'm pulling next are any kind of obstacles and challenges you might face throughout the year. Okay. What I'm getting is the Chariot energy. So this does indicate that you're going to be overcoming some sort of battle or some really significant obstacles and challenges. It feels like this is what the universe is eradicating from your life with that Tower energy. I'm getting the Ace of Cups as well as the Hermit. And so what it's doing here, this Tower moment, all this transformation that's taking place, it's really causing you to look inward and figure out what is it that you truly want. You had this idea on what you wanted, and it seems to be shifting and changing with all of the other modifications that are taking place in the world around us, because there's a lot of transformation right now, and that'll continue in 2025. And so it's causing you to really look inward and get clear on what you want, which now I get why there's conversations taking place. You might be having conversations around exactly what you want with that Page of Cups energy, Page of Pentacles. What kind of long-term stability are you looking for? What kind of goals do you want to set for yourself? And what I'm getting here is about the advice for you to kind of navigate all of this energy in 2025. So what I'm getting here is the Hanged Man, Temperance, and the Moon. So the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective. And so if things are taking a little bit longer to unfold, that's okay. There's a reason for it. That's what the Hanged Man is all about. It is delays, but for a reason. The Temperance energy showing up right in the middle. So that's Sagittarius energy. So that is that inner balance that you've been looking for and will find in 2025. We have the Moon showing up. And so again, that speaks to your emotions. This is very much internal to you. So whatever is taking place here, you might not be showing other people how much this transformation and this transition is impacting you, but it is impacting you on a very fundamental level. It's impacting you very deeply here, and you will navigate it. That's the key piece to this all. You will navigate it. While I'm putting the cards away, because we'll end up using some of these decks again, the second house energy. So the second house is all about your personal finances. So think about the money that you have in your bank account, the assets that you own. So these could be investments. I'm getting investment properties, whatever it is that you have that holds some sort of monetary value, something tangible that can be sold and exchanged for money. That's all part of the second house energy. For you, that's in the sign of Sagittarius. And when I refer to this, I'm using whole sign houses. So if you're looking at a different house system, they may not necessarily line up. And these may not line up with your chart anyway, because your rising sign, your ascendant may not be Scorpio, but a lot of people listen for their sun and it's still applicable there as well. So just kind of call that out. So for your second house for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's get what is your overarching energy, the theme for the year. So when it comes to what you love, what you value, kind of assets, this personal finances, I'm getting the Page of Wands, Emperor, and the Four of Wands here. So you might be having conversations around marriage, maybe taking steps towards getting married. Aries is showing up, may or may not be significant here, but with the Page of Wands showing up in the Emperor, you're really trying to establish a very solid foundation for yourself that creates long-term stability. The Emperor and the Four of Wands, they're both 4 cards, and the 4 is all about stability. So whatever you're doing with your personal finances, you might be coming together with another person and again, entering into some sort of marriage, blending your finances, creating stability that way. It feels like there are conversations around this. You might be taking steps to kind of merge with another person or blend your finances here. Definitely getting a reason to celebrate. So you might even be spending your money on a marriage reception or any kind of a big party where lots of people would be invited. That could be taking place for you in 2025. So the obstacles and challenges that you're going to find here, you might find that your spending habits in 2025 conflict with any goals that you're trying to set here. So think long term. This Two of Wands is about you being able to see off into the distance and recognizing the potential of a situation. And so there's something that might be in conflict today with kind of a long-term opportunity here. I'm also getting the Chariot. So that Cancer energy is coming up pretty strong in your reading so far, as well as the Six of Pentacles. It feels like whatever you're trying to spend money on might cause you to either rethink your long-term goals, make some modifications to your current spending habits in order to be able to fund a party like this or a wedding. I am seeing the Chariot here kind of right in the middle, so it does feel like you're going to overcome the obstacles and challenges in 2025. It's going to require some modification in your plans, in whatever you're trying to plan and spend money on in that second house. And now what I'm getting is your advice. So one more. So the advice I'm getting for you, we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. So this is the start of a commitment. So we might really be talking about marriage here for you in 2025, or at least trying to way to fund some sort of wedding or marriage here. The Ace of Pentacles is showing up. So there is a solid offer, solid commitment that is getting started here in 2025. We have the Knight of Wands with the Three of Wands. And so the Three of Wands does indicate that maybe the wedding itself won't happen in 2025, but you might be putting a lot of money towards it in 2025, or maybe some sort of big party, celebration, whatever this is. Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, I mean, you're taking action to move in this direction. It just might take a little bit of time to unfold, but it's all really positive here. So take it as it resonates. It feels like you are spending your money in a way that puts you around a lot of people and has you being really happy. It's really positive. Friends, family, all of it. So even if a wedding or even like an anniversary party, an engagement party, could even be like a baby shower of some sort. There's a lot that I'm getting with that energy, even though the Four of Wands doesn't necessarily have anything to do with children. That could be showing up too. So with the third house is all about your communication. So it's the way that you communicate with other people. It's the way that you understand all the information that you're receiving. It's also connected to siblings, neighbors, short distance travels. Think of anything in your close proximity. That would be part of that third house energy. For you, it's in the sign of Capricorn. So let's get... Okay, one more. So there's some sort of change that's taking place. I'm getting usher in new beginning. So There's something that's unfolding here for you. It is new. I am getting the Four of Swords with the Tower and the Knight of Swords as your kind of main themes for 2025 as it relates to kind of your immediate surroundings. It feels bigger than just your communication. It feels like it's your immediate surroundings. So something here is shifting. It's causing some sort of break or ending, and it's ushering in this new beginning with that Knight of Swords energy. And I'm just really getting the strong sense of things are about to turn around in a really positive way for you. You're about to get everything you want. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. So if you feel like things have been stuck or slow, all of that is about to be broken free. The universe is removing some of these blocks and barriers and putting you, or really showing you how to move forward. What path should you follow? Let's get your obstacles and challenges. So your obstacles and challenges here are change. So there's change and there is stability here. So there's obstacles and challenges showing up with your obstacles and challenges, but this is a 5 card. This is all about change. We have the 5 of Pentacles showing up, which is also about change. This is about letting something go. So whatever the Tower moment is doing here, it's releasing something and it's kind of causing you to be imbalanced here. But we have the Emperor showing up. So the Emperor is about, I'm getting clearing the path for the Emperor. This is allowing you to take control of a situation. The Emperor energy, so Aries is coming up pretty strongly in your reading as well. So you might find yourself in a position to really take control, step into some sort of leadership role, or do something along the lines that kind of has people looking to you for some sort of guidance here. Let's get your advice. One more. It looks like whatever might be ending, it's impacting you, it's impacting your responsibilities. It is in your immediate surroundings. So there's something here that's shifting, but the ushering in the new beginning, I'm just very much picking up on this and it feels very positive. We do have the World showing up in your advice. And so this is the completion of a cycle. You've received all the gifts from this cycle. You're ready for it to close. You don't need to hold on to that anymore. What's ushering in is this 10 of Pentacles along with the 2 of Pentacles. So there's something here that's helping you prioritize long-term stability, long-term opportunities here, growth, abundance. All of these things are really being highlighted for you in 2025. And so don't resist that transition, because this is really showing up at the beginning of the year. So don't resist this transition that's happening. Kind of look at it as an opportunity, because that's what it really is. It's showing you a new path forward. You might even be letting go of burdens and responsibilities. So that's what's showing up here at the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Wands. The next house is the House of Home. So 4th house energy. For you, this is ruled by Aquarius. And so we have Pluto in Aquarius. So you might be seeing more transformation in your 4th house than in other areas of your chart. And so with that Aquarius energy, it's about breaking down barriers, restrictions, releasing limitations, creating flexibility where none existed. It's a liberating energy for sure. And so with this House of Home, it's the people that you live with, it's the actual physical residence where you live. So it's all of the things that you would consider home. So your family, all of it. Let's get your major theme for the year. All major cards. We have the Hermit energy, which is Virgo energy. This is all about, I'm getting practicality and stability, which is really more reminiscent of the earth signs in general. Virgo energy is very analytical. So there might be some inner work that you're doing on yourself, some sort of inner healing that leads to stability here. We do have the Judgment. So this is about you making a very firm, final decision. And then the Moon, and it's going to be based on your emotions. There's something that you're doing within your home environment that I'm definitely getting a sense of healing. It feels like you're allowing this new beginning in. if you've been resisting this because you have felt very just unstable in general, and now I see you actually letting this new beginning in. So the obstacles and challenges that are showing up here for you, we have justice. This is the instability that you've been fighting. You're looking to find that stability. We do have the Three of Cups. There might be something coming up here with friends. Five of Wands. There might be obstacles and challenges as it relates to friends, and that might be creating some instability for you. And what you're doing here is using your home environment as kind of a respite. This is where you're going to go to just step back from the entire situation. This is where you're going to be able to really think things through, heal, do whatever you need to do. It's not going to happen through conversation with those people. It's actually going to happen by yourself in your home environment. So let's get any guidance here for you. One more. So your overall kind of guidance here, we do have the Page of Wands, King of Cups, Six of Wands. It feels like when the time is right, you will have a conversation with somebody. You're just going to do a lot of work on your own first. But I like how you're coming across as the King of Cups, because you're coming across as a very emotionally mature person. And so when it comes time to have this conversation with the person that's creating the obstacles and challenges, or maybe it's multiple people, you're going to be able to say and speak exactly how you feel, what you think about the situation. You're going to put it all out there. You're going to be the one initiating some sort of conversation. I also see Six of Wands showing up. So this does indicate that you're going to overcome the obstacles and challenges, whether or not the friends or the group of friends that's giving you a hard time, whether or not you keep those people around or that they hold the same value in your life, that feels like it's going to be up to you, and probably circumstance specific, so it won't be the same for everybody. The next house is the fifth house, which is, it's the house of fun, it's the house of pleasure. So children, it's the house of sex, so short-term relationships, also what leads to children. You also have hobbies, passions, all of those things are part of the fifth house energy. The fifth house for you is in the sign of Pisces. Pisces, so in January, we actually enter into the Pisces Virgo eclipse cycle. So the North Node is transiting the fifth house for you. And so what this means is that you have a karmic lesson that you need to learn as it relates to children or your hobbies, something along those lines. So whichever area of that house is being highlighted for you in 2025 and then the first half of 2026. So let's get your overall energy here for the fifth house. Wow. Okay. We have Seven of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords. So you're moving forward with something here, something that will be very victorious, a lot of success around this. A Seven of Pentacles, you're investing in this. So whether you're investing in a family, like your family, having children, or maybe it's passions, hobbies, things along those lines, you're very driven and focused here. I like how this is playing out, because this is really where you're putting your effort right now. In 2025, this is going to be, I mean, it's showing up that way with the North Node, but it really is going to be a primary focus area for you. You're going to be very driven and motivated to work on this area of your life. So let's get any kind of obstacles or challenges here. So the obstacles and challenges, we do have the Page of Cups. I have the Six of Pentacles, and I have the Hanged Man showing up here. So there's something about your generosity seeing things from a different perspective and going after exactly what you want, or having some sort of conversation. So it seems to be, I'm getting not on the same page. You might not be on the same page as another person when it comes to any kind of growth or expansion. There's something here that you need to see from a different perspective. But that Page of Cups, this does indicate a conversation with another person. It feels like from your perspective, you have the resources to put into some sort of growth or expansion. It's coming down to some sort of conversation here with maybe a significant other. So if it's about children and you wanting to have more children or have children in general, maybe you're not quite on the same page, or you both don't feel like you're ready. Let's get your advice here. It could also be the money that you need to put into starting up a project. Maybe the conversation with the other person, maybe they don't feel like it's worth the investment. What I'm getting here from an advice, I am getting the Seven of Swords, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is more about children, and then the Knight of Pentacles. So somebody here is apprehensive on telling you something. That's what I'm getting with that Seven of Swords energy. It's not that they're intentionally keeping something from you. I don't think that that's the case. It feels more like they're hesitating on saying exactly what it is that they want. They're hesitating to tell you they're on the same page as you when it comes to children and everything else. And it's more of, you're going to have to draw this information out of the person. They're not going to be free with this information. So kind of be creative with your questions and what you're asking the person, and maybe finding new ways to ask the same question. Feels like if you kind of keep trying through different avenues, you're going to get what you want. You're going to get an answer. And what you're going to find out is that you're on the same page, or maybe you start delving deep into why the other person feels the way they do. Again, could be about children. That's showing up pretty loudly here, but it could be about passions. Maybe this other person has a fear of financial security. And if you invest a lot of money into a project that dips into your savings, and that could be triggering for them. And so there's something about learning why this other person is responding the way that they are, and why they're so hesitant to move forward with your ideas. That's where the creative questioning is going to come into play. In your sixth house, so your sixth house is all about your daily routines. So think of your work-life balance. How much time do you really spend at home? What does your health and wellness look like? So are you into fitness? How do you eat? What kind of foods do you eat? A lot is part of the sixth house energy. And for you, this is ruled by the sign of Aries. Oh, that's funny. I'm getting to use the same deck again. Okay, so we're going to use this deck. So one more shuffle, and then I'll clear. So with your sixth house energy, let's get the overall theme here. Okay, Scorpio. One more. So the three cards showing up for you, I am smiling from ear to ear. We've got the Four of Wands showing up in your daily routines. So you might actually be getting married in 2025. We've got the Death card. This is the transformation. This is your card. This is death and rebirth. And so it feels like you're initiating some sort of action here relative to some sort of wedding or marriage. We do have the Eight of Pentacles showing up. So you're really putting your energy and effort into making this work. You have all the skills necessary in order for this relationship to become really important, really significant in your daily life. It's just a matter of doing it. So let's get any kind of obstacles or challenges that you're going to face. One more. I'm definitely getting a sense of breaking down somebody's barriers. I'm getting the Fool card show up. So this brand new beginning, it feels, the apprehension feels like this. We've got the Devil, we've got the Fool, and we have the Knight of Wands. And so somebody here is kind of resisting this, but it's because of whatever this person went through in the past. So whether it's you or whether it's the other person, it feels like somebody here went through something pretty significant as it relates to whether it was an actual marriage in the past or long-term relationships that really I got did the person dirty, but really didn't end in a positive way. There was no amicable ending to those relationships, or at least one specifically, because it feels like somebody here has some pretty deep emotional scars connected to an old relationship. And that's the devil energy showing up here. So unhealthy attachments or unhealthy habits when it comes to relationships. I'm definitely getting a self-sabotage type of behavior. It feels like you're going to have to work to break down this other person's walls. If it's you that has those walls, you're going to have to work to break down your own walls and overcome your own fears around commitment. One more. So the cards here for your kind of advice on how to navigate all of this, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is having some sort of conversation. Knight of Pentacles, this is about working through it, working through any kind of residual issues together when it comes to this relationship. Queen of Pentacles, it feels like if it's the other person, because I'm picking up more the other person than I am you, this person wants long-term stability. They want this relationship with you. They just need help and guidance from you on how to overcome all of these past traumatic issues, emotional scars, label it whatever you want. This person has some sort of fear around a really deep emotional commitment. Hear the other person out. I'm definitely getting listen to whatever it is that they're saying. Pay attention to their actions as well, because they may not vocalize everything. It might just be part of their actions. So if you find the person is less affectionate or emotionally distant in some way, ask them a question. Get to the bottom of it, because they're pulling back when the insecurities rise. So with your 7th house, your 7th house, this is the marriage house. So it's your one-to-one relationships, specifically, if I can get the word out, marriage. Other kinds of contracts are also part of it, because marriage is a contract. It's a legally binding contract. So you might find business relationships would be part of this, but it's really one-to-one relationships here. For you, it's ruled by the sign of Taurus. So let's get one more. Your overall energy in your 7th house, we do have the 5 of Cups, we have the Judgment, and we have the 6 of Wands. You're actually going to start to see things from another perspective. So if in all of your relationships in the past, you've only ever looked at anything through your lens and how it impacts you, 2025 is teaching you a lesson on how to see things from another person's perspective. If this is a newer union or a new union, new marriage, then that is going to be really key to keeping it going, having it be a success. There's something that you're learning about the way that you say things and the way that the other person receives the message. There's a lot of that understanding that's going to come into play. That's the 5 of Cups energy. It's shifting things around for sure. But with the Judgment and the 6 of Wands, I mean, you're making a very clear decision to change your perception or the way that you interact with this person in order for this person to feel more comfortable and feel like they can enter into this deep connection with you, because they're not going to get screwed over like they did in the past. The 6 of Wands indicates a lot of success here. So let's get any kind of obstacles or challenges. Yeah, somebody here is working through some sort of heartache. That's the challenge here. We have the 3 of Swords showing up. So this other person might have been in a third-party situation and has some scars connected to that. Maybe they really trusted the person. That person betrayed their trust in some sort of way that led to a heartbreak. We have the Queen of Cups. It feels like this person is working on it. Ace of Wands, they're going to keep working on it, but this is where the challenges are coming up. It's whatever wound they have that's connected to the past. One more. So So your advice here, and this is really interesting. So the other person showing up as the Queen of Cups. You're showing up as the King of Cups. So you're actually on the same page. Emotionally, you are on the same page. You both want the same things. In fact, you both want this Nine of Cups energy. Page of Swords, it's about clearing the air, having those really clarifying conversations, helping this other person release whatever trauma that they went through, healing this wound, healing this scar. It's going to be really significant to your success going forward, but it's also going to give you that person's perspective that you would not have been open to otherwise. So it's actually really, really going in your favor here. Next up is the 8th house. So the 8th house is all about transformation. So it's death and rebirth. This could also be connected to the money that you earn. So think of the money that you earn from work. That would be here. Any kind of debts that you would pay. So mortgage, all of those things, part of the 8th house energy. There's also power and control, intimacy issues are part of the 8th house. And the reason they're very tied to money. So if people tend to try to control other people through love and money. And so that's where the 8th house energy is really coming into play. Let's see what your theme is in the 8th house for the year 2025. So here's Scorpio. I kind of wish I was a Scorpio right now. You have such a good reading here. We have the Page of Cups showing up. So this is about having some sort of open, I'm getting a for sure romantic, and you'll see why in a second, but this is a very heartfelt, deep, emotional conversation. We have the Empress showing up. So Empress is Venus energy, rules relationships. It's also that mothering type of energy. So definitely a nurturing conversation with your significant other, with this person that has been showing up pretty predominantly in your entire reading with that Lovers card. So Gemini energy may or may not be significant, but what I really, well, I mean, this is ruled by Gemini for you. I don't know if I said that, but it is. There's something about this kind of heartfelt conversation. This does bring about some sort of change. Tell me about the obstacles and challenges here. We have the Emperor. So we have the Emperor and the Empress out here. So there is a divine connection here for sure. We have the Tower showing up, and we have the Hanged Man. The obstacles and challenges really relate to this shakeup that's happening that is giving you a different perspective on a situation. If you've been stubborn and really only saw things one way in the past, the part of the obstacles and challenges is really going to be able to see this from the other person's perspective. I mean, this message just keeps coming through. Let's see what guidance. This is interesting. You have the Five of Swords, which is all about conflict, but it's really about picking up the pieces after some sort of conflict. We have the Eight of Swords. So somebody here is very much in their head. Seven of Swords. And this Seven of Swords is about the truth of a situation. Whatever is transpiring, whatever you learn, whatever conversations you're having with this other person, you might be kind of, you're not rethinking the relationship itself, but you might be overthinking what you need to do in order to help this person overcome whatever they went through, whatever lies, manipulation, and deceit occurred in the past. But it's about picking up the pieces. So you might be helping this other person get out of their head, helping them heal so that they can move on and move on with you. It's pretty significant there. So the next up is the 9th house. The 9th house is all about growth and expansion. And so think of higher education, maybe long distance travel, interacting with people from other countries. So you don't really have to go anywhere. You can look in your own community for diversity and see and talk to other people from different backgrounds, different experiences that really kind of help you evolve as a person. That's all part of that ninth house energy. This is in the sign of Cancer for you. So if you are learning from interaction with other people, you're coming across as very empathetic. You really understand any troubles that people go through, what kind of challenges they've faced in their life. So let's get your overall theme here. So when it comes to your growth and expansion, Two of Wands, you're able to see off in the distance where the potential really exists. Ace of Pentacles, and that's the direction that you're moving. You are starting something here, long-term, very stable. We have the Two of Cups showing up as well, so there's that person again. And so this is about really cultivating this relationship and moving in a direction that leads to that Ten of Pentacles. It's starting out with you being able to see the potential in the relationship, taking steps to really initiate something, get it going, and really, I mean, coming together, growing and expanding together. It starts off with you being single to you being, whether it's married or in a committed relationship of some sort, that kind of leads down that path. So when I look at the obstacles and challenges here, I'm getting the Strength card, the World, and the Four of Cups. So the World, there's some sort of ending here that's taking place. Strength card, Four of Cups. So somebody here is really trying to put the past behind them. That's exactly how this is playing out. You want to grow and expand. That requires this other person to really kind of heal from the past and not just compartmentalize it, put it to the side to be addressed at some point in the future. This is really about addressing it, healing it now so that you can move forward together. You're starting to see things differently, and the universe is kind of encouraging more of that energy. So we do have the Hanged Man showing up. We have the Three of Cups, so your friends, your family, Six of Cups, children. This is really about you seeing all of your relationships differently as a result of your interaction with this person and what you're learning about this person. It's going to expand into other areas. Whatever this is part of your expansion is that this significant relationship, what you're learning about the person and the whatever has happened to this person in the past, because you are an empathetic person, you're going to then start looking at people through that lens. You're going to start understanding more from their experience, not yours. There's a very big difference there. So the next house is the 10th house. So the 10th house is your career and public reputation. For you, it's ruled by the sign of Leo. So I had said earlier, you might be stepping into some sort of leadership role. Leo in the 10th house would be more of that energy. Leo is very bold, charismatic, also creative. So you might be doing something relative to work that has a creative element to it, where you're maybe problem solving, thinking outside the box. Could be like creative, because Aquarius versus Leo, it's a different type of out of the box thinking. Leo is more creative. Let's find a way to solve it using information we already have. Whereas the Aquarius is like, well, the sky's the limit. Let's think of something we haven't thought of before. So let's get your major theme here for your 10th house, your career and public reputation. I mean, there is something here. You're definitely in a very stable place when it comes to your career. Four of Pentacles, you're very good with what you have. You're not looking to kind of have this kind of wild growth expansion when it comes to your work and your career. This tells me that it meets your needs. You're getting what you need out of the situation. When it comes to your public reputation, because it's showing up as your public reputation, Look at this. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups. I mean, this is really union. This is the family. This is coming together with this other person. And so part of your public reputation is going to be as part of a couple. That is how this is coming across. You're good with your work. That is very stable. But with the Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Six of Cups, people are going to start to see you and this other person as a family. That's how 2025 is playing out for you. So the challenge here, that Seven of Swords keeps showing up. So somebody here was lied to in the past for sure. This is actually diminishing in value. I can see this kind of becoming less and less throughout the entire year because we've got the Chariot showing up with the Ace of Cups, and we only have one card, that Seven of Swords, to indicate any kind of negativity. And so this indicates to me that really pushing through, overcoming that Seven of Swords energy will happen. Ace of Cups, I am getting a new beginning or some sort of renewed beginning where there's a deeper emotional connection that's going to take place here. And that is only going to solidify your public reputation as a couple, as a married couple, as a family, whatever this is. It'll be more significant here. So when I look at your advice here, I am getting the High Priestess, which is a lot of trusting yourself, trusting your instincts. I usually do read that as Scorpio energy just because you are very intuitive. Trust your instincts when it comes to the actions that you take with that Ace of Wands energy, but also with clarity. You have all the information you need in order to be able to move forward. And it feels like, yes, helping this person overcome all of the challenges that they went through in the past, for sure. That is going to be a big part of it. It's more how other people, I want to say, evaluating your relationship with this person. Because we all know people that when they got married were like, you shouldn't have. That was not the right move for either one of you. But that's not how you're coming across to other people. You're actually coming across as a very solid couple. So the next house is the 11th house, which is your group of friends. So it's not the individual relationships, it's the collective. And it's really the community around you. So if you have close siblings that are around you that you consider friends as well, they would be part of that 11th house energy. For you, this is ruled by the sign of Virgo. Virgo is part of the eclipse cycle. So this is the South Node. With this eclipse cycle, with Virgo here, so the South Node are lessons you already learned. You're already comfortable in that environment. You don't need to learn any more at this time as it relates to those people. But what I'm getting here is that you might be releasing some of your old friends. They're maybe old, maybe new friends, but friends here that just aren't aligned with your future going forward, because the South Node is about a release. So let's see what the theme is here. So I like where this is going. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Chariot. So the Chariot, card of success. Knight of Cups, this is about you going after exactly what you want. Ace of Pentacles, you have a long-term opportunity to really go after what you want here. And so it feels a lot like you're going to be having conversations with your friends. If they maybe don't like your significant other, or they just have issues with the fact that you're in a better place than they are, it feels like you're going to be having conversations around that, because that Chariot is about overcoming battles and winning. So let's get I'm going to get the last three as well. There we go. So when it comes to the obstacles and challenges with your friends, I'm getting the Page of Wands. It would be the conversations. Three of Pentacles around your union. the moon, how they feel, how you feel about the situation. It feels like somebody here might be harboring some sort of resentment towards you because of what you have. And these people may not be friends. They might just be the community. These would be people that you interact with on a regular basis. And so not everybody is going to be a close friend, or not everybody is going to be a friend. These might even just be acquaintances, or just people that you know, people that are around you on a regular enough basis that they would be part of your community. So your advice when it comes to navigating this, we do have the Hanged Man showing up again. We have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords. So really seeing other people's pain and suffering through a different perspective is one of your major themes in 2025. The Nine of Swords is fears, it's anxiety. Page of Swords, it's about clearing the air. Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective. You might have people around you that are worried, like say you have children. And whether those kids are young or they're adults, they might be worried about somebody intruding in their space or in their time with you. And so that could be some of the conversations that need to be had here. Your children would be part of your community in that sense. That's not going to be true for everybody, but it's about making sure that everybody truly understands what your intentions are when it comes to your relationship with this other person that's been showing up repeatedly here. And if somebody does wish ill will on you, it feels like you're just not going to hold on to that person or allow them to really be part of your energy bubble anymore. Last but not least is the 12th house. So your 12th house is ruled by Libra. Libra is all about balance and harmony. And so the 12th house is the house of secrets. It's things that are hidden. So think of you away from the rest of society. So kind of where do you go to kind of hide out, recover, rest, all of those things. It's also your subconscious. So this is also a spiritual house. It's also a house of endings. So there's a lot that transpires in that 12th house. So let's get your theme here for the 12th house. One more. So the three cards that are showing up for you, I was reading the Page of Cups right in the middle. We have the Star, we have the Page of Cups, and we have Temperance. So Sagittarius energy with the Temperance, the Aquarius energy with the Star, and then you're right in the middle with the Page of Cups. And so this is about you really focusing, finding some sort of inner balance. I like that Temperance is showing up with the Libra energy because that is about balance, but so is this. This is your inner balance, finding your yin yang within yourself. Page of Cups really focused here on what do you want, maybe having conversations around what you want, but there's a lot of work that's being done, clarifying your dreams, focusing on your dreams and your goals here with that Star card. There's also a healing. You're going to be doing a lot of your own healing. It feels like as you help this other person heal from whatever trauma they had from prior relationships, it also will help you heal at the same time. It'll help you heal from something you didn't even realize was there. Yours is not, the impact on you is not as significant as it is on the other person. I'm not saying it's less severe. I'm just saying that the impact, as far as the actions go, you might have been in a very similar situation, but the impact to you is less. It's impacting this other person more. But by helping this other person heal, it also helps you heal as well. So what I'm going to do is not talk while I'm shuffling. I am going to pull kind of an overall last message for you. So any last messages here for Scorpio? Yep. So we've got these kind of unhealthy habits and patterns with the devil energy coming to an end with the death card. So this is what you're transforming. You're helping to release some of these old toxic behaviors. Four of Swords, that leads to some sort of healing here. And it also leads to a much better, brighter future with that Sun card. So Scorpio, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.